Did the White House extend an invitation to Nicki Minaj to come here?
Well, first, we don't see this as a point of tension or disagreement. I want you all to know that we engage all the time with people who have big public platforms or profiles. Some of them we talk about, some of them are here, some of them you don't even know about because they're just looking for questions to be answered. We offered a call with Nicki Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she had about the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine. This is pretty standard and something we do all the time. It was a very early stage call at a staff level, staff to staff, and we weren't even at the point of discussing, or we're not even at the point of discussing, I should say at this point, the mechanisms or the format or anything along those lines. It was simply an offer to have a conversation and an early stage call.
And do you think that's going to happen?
We'll see. I don't have anything to predict for you.
What kind of responsibility do you think someone like Nicki Minaj has, someone with a really big platform, when it comes to talking about the vaccine?
Well, our hope is that anyone who has a big platform is going to project accurate information about the effectiveness of the vaccine, the safety of the vaccine, and the availability of the vaccine. At the same time, and both can be true, we also recognize that people have questions out there. They have questions they want to have answered by their doctors. We have doctors who can answer questions. And this is something, again, in our outreach to celebrities, it follows a pretty standard process. We, officials who are working on these issues and engage in regular conversations, offer to answer questions, offer to do that privately sometimes. Sometimes it's done publicly. And I would say that if we believed that everybody who had skepticism about the vaccine wasn't someone we should engage with or talk to, we wouldn't have made the progress we've made. I mean, remember back in December, only 33% of the American people were open to getting vaccinated. Now more than 75% have had at least one shot. So part of our strategy and our objective from the beginning has been engaging with people who have questions to help answer their questions.
The answer to that, Jake, is a resounding no. There's no evidence that it happens, nor is there any mechanistic reason to imagine that it would happen. So the answer to your question is no.
As far as we know, at this point in time, there has been no such reported either side effect or adverse event. And what was sad about this is that it wasted our time yesterday trying to track down, because we take all these claims seriously.
Well, so her cousin's friend who has orchitis is the term, medical term for swollen testicles. I have no doubt that this is something that has happened to this individual, and also have no doubt really that it's not related to the vaccine. I mean, that's the thing, is you get a lot of people out there who have these you got 32% of the country of Trinidad vaccinated. You're going to have people who have concomitant issues with the vaccine that have nothing to do with the vaccine. So I don't think that that's a problem. People are going to read about that. Vaccine causing orchitis or swollen testicles, that's not a thing. That's not something to worry about. Now, in terms of being impotent or fertility issues, that has been a misconception almost since the vaccines rolled out. There's all sorts of different reasons why that became a misconception, but there are plenty of studies. Nicki Minaj says she wants to do her research. There's plenty of research out there. The Journal of the American Medical Association looked specifically at fertility issues and didn't find fertility issues. You have nearly 200 million people now who've received the shots in the United States, billions of people around the world. This is not an issue. So, I appreciate her wanting to do the research. It's out there. I wish her cousin's friend well, but that's not related to the vaccine. It may be related to another type of infection that could have been prevented by a vaccine, but not the COVID-19 vaccine.